And hi everybody, this is DJ from MWU Videos. Besides the always successful podcast that I've been doing, I'm trying to also do some interviews with ladies that we do video shoots with. And we have the lovely Hannah Perez here.
Oh.
And Hannah, first of all, I guess you're relatively new to the business of doing wrestling videos. I'm guessing you were a model first?
Yes.
Okay. And then how did somebody contact you and say, hey, would you like to do wrestling videos?
Well, with the wrestling, much like all of the fetish genres, they kind of just fell in my lap. I wasn't like really pursuing. I really had no idea what direction I was going with the modeling, period. And then, you just start networking and answering casting calls. And I think for wrestling, the first experience I had was with Ring Divas.
Oh, Charlotte.
Down in Charlotte.
I didn't know you worked with them.
I did. They were the first.
I was not prepared for this. I should have had more questions.
I know, you should have researched me better.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I don't mean to cut you off there, but I mean, for those that, I know of Ring Divas. They're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We were here in North Carolina, by the way. And they're kind of a mixture of like pro wrestling and kind of fantasy. Would that be a good...
Yeah, they have a good mix. They have a really talented team of people. A really good pool of talent, and then also just the crew who works on set, the producers, the assistants, and the trainers. Just really cool people, really impressive set. So that was my first experience with wrestling. It was a little overwhelming because they have this big ring and lots and lots of girls. I think there were probably 12 or 13 of us that first day. And, and then from there, I guess it just kind of, snowballed.
Okay. Now, and I guess I'm sure everybody wants to know, of course, that I've worked for me, the giant of mixed wrestling companies, MWU Videos, and my now 7 total companies. I guess it was a friend of yours that recommended working here.
I was actually thinking about this the other day. I can't remember how we got in touch originally.
Well, I believe the friend couldn't make it to the shoot.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
And she recommended you. I believe that was how it worked. Because I did not know of you prior. So.
Okay, it was a funny thing because actually she and I had not met in person at that point. We barely communicated, but just through emails, and we had a lot of mutual friends. So yeah, I guess she recommended me on the judgment of mutual friends that we had, and so I remember I ended up making it to the shoot, and she did it, and I probably met her 2 months later.
It was disappointing because she's a good wrestler. I enjoy, but that's another story. But so technically, then I guess the video that you did for me was your first mixed wrestling. Would that be correct?
Yes, it was.
There you go. And you just came out of the audience and challenged a guy. You were so excited about it.
Did I?
And you just wrestled the guy and beat the hell out of him. So that was amazing.
Well. He made it easy. So.
Yeah. Now, had you ever, just prior to the wrestling videos, done just play wrestling or anything, or?
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I a little bit when I was younger. I did take some classes for a few years.
Oh, you did?
That was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. As a kid, so not so much with the grappling, but
And you've worked for, I think, more Femme companies since then. You can, if you want to give a list of, if you liked working with them, you can give a shout out to whoever.
Sure. Well, there's my buddy in Tennessee, World Custom Championship Wrestling.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to be working with him in a few days here, so I'm really excited. Drawing a blank. There's Grappling Babes down in Dallas.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about it in a second. Now, you've done some kind of a super heroine thing. Who was that for?
I do lots of superheroine work. Was it superheroine wrestling?
Well, you were dressed as super something, like like a Wonder Woman type. I don't remember. The
Sleeper Kid, of course.
I mean, it could be several. You may have done. Okay. Oh yeah. Right. Okay.
Sleeper Kid.
Okay.
Yeah, my buddies in Atlanta. How could I forget?
Right. Okay.
Good buddies.
Thunder Kittens? No.
No.
Sorry.
I work with Thunder Girls.
That's probably it. Sorry.
I work with Fox Fight Wrestling up in Boston. That's been some time ago. I worked with Bout Time Studios in Tampa. Good guys. I actually just worked with him at FetishCon.
There you go. So you're really starting to get your name out in the Femme world.
I guess so. It just, it's...
So I guess the interesting thing is because as I mentioned to Hannah before, we've shot today more mixed stuff, and then we shot last summer mostly Femme. She worked with Lee the Dark Angel and Morgan Rains. Hopefully you enjoyed that experience.
I did, both of them.
Even though you were kind of, getting dominated. But you've learned so much since then.
Of course.
Now, so the reason I bring all this up is that the video that she did was she came out of the audience and attacked a wrestler, and for a mixed video, that actually hasn't even been released as the time that we're doing this, as I told her. It'll actually come out the end of this month. So, as you mentioned, you've worked with Grappling Babes down in Dallas, Ray, and I'm assuming that is your second mixed video shoot, or videos involving a guy?
Let's see. I wouldn't swear to it.
Okay. You've done so much, huh?
I think there might have been some in
Okay,
between.
that's the only ones I've seen. I was just curious how he thought about using you for mixed, since my video has not come out yet. In other words, did somebody else, did a mutual friend? Or?
He might have. I'm sure he cleared it with me beforehand. We'd been in discussion for months and months before we ever worked together. I think it was probably over 6 months.
Okay.
Longer, actually, because I missed him last November when I went out there. But I think I've probably just worked with a lot of people since. Once you start doing, I guess, changing your limits, you usually tend to just make it, I guess, the same across the board, because you don't want to, set one person, be exclusive with this, it's just a...
well, of course.
Yeah.
So you're starting to get more comfortable than doing the mixed stuff, because, you're not the biggest lady in the world, but I know that big things do come in small packages.
Sure do.
And so, you had a good time doing you beating up some guys there, I guess.
Always.
Maybe you learned from the experience working here last summer.
Well, I worked with Mark from Brutal Beauties too.
Okay,
and
there you go. All right.
Mark, he takes the
anybody
best
can beat
beating
Mark
ever.
up. No offense, Mark. Sorry.
Well, that's what he's there for.
True.
He's just a little doormat.
Wow. Okay.
I love you, Mark.
Well, you are beautiful, and you can be brutal, so I guess you add it all together, Brutal Beauties. Okay.
Right.
Do you have does it matter to you, any enjoyment, whether you do the Femme stuff or mixed? Is one more enjoyable, or?
I'd say it's just on an individual basis. It's just, whether I connect with the person or not. Working with my friends is always a great thing, and then meeting new people is awesome as well.
Okay.
So, I like them both.
Okay. So you plan on trying to do both, and...
Mm-hmm.
And you're still doing modeling and other things?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clips for sale store? Everyone's got one.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't, I don't have anything to advertise
here
right now.
Well, speaking of which, we can go ahead and wrap it up. If people do, if either producers want to contact you for something or fans want to contact you, any kind of email, website info you'd like to give, you can feel free to give.
Well, best way to contact me, you can find me on Facebook, just Hannah Perez. My Model Mayhem, my Model Mayhem number is 123-6287. So
we can do in post production a little superimposing of the sites.
Oh, sure.
That way it'll be easier for
Okay.
Yes, I know how to do that. I guess I think we've covered everything, and we've enjoyed watching you wrestling in your young career, and hopefully we'll see you years down the line, beating up women and men. And we enjoyed working with you today. You worked with Savannah, each other, and beating up poor Ash, and I think you did a very good job. And you also wrestled a real big guy, and that didn't go so well.
That didn't fare well for me.
You win some and you lose some. You have to learn from life's experiences,
right.
so to speak. So, all right, well, we appreciate having as our vodcast, I guess you'd call it, Hannah Perez. So until next time, for everybody, mixed wrestling fans, this is DJ. Stay squeezed.